Right, a few months ago, my mate Kevin contacted me and said he's got a pair of Rogers Studio Ones that a client had sent him one to have a look at, I think, and there was an issue with the T27. And was I interested in buying the pair of them? And apparently they both work, apart from one T27. I don't know what the cabinets look like. I don't know what the covers look like. I really know nothing. Didn't pay much for them, and Kevin was kind enough to organise all the shipping to get them to me, and here they are. So I've not unboxed them yet. They've sat here for quite a while, and it's time to have a look at them. These are my pair, and it'll be interesting. Looks like we've got consecutive serial numbers according to the box. We have the original boxes, which is pretty good. Yeah, so let's have a look inside them and see what we get. Another pair of stands there with a nice coat of yacht varnish on them, drying off. Seem to be making a lot of them. So yeah, let's dig in and take a look at these. I seem to be getting a lot of these speakers at the moment. Right, let's be having a look. So these are the Rogers Studio Ones, not the LS36 or the export monitor. These are Studio Ones, and I think these are the highest, or the higher power handling model out of them all. I may be wrong. Okay. Can you see that okay? Yes, you can. Right, so similar to the LS36, screwed back. And we've still got the original 3-pin XLR connector on there, which I will leave in place, but I'll add 2 binding posts eventually, assuming we crack on with these. Okay, so normal impedance is 8 ohms, program power rating 300 watts, sensitivity at 1 meter, 86.5 dB, frequency response measured at 2 meters plus minus 2 dB, 45 hertz to 20 kilohertz. That's quite impressive. So yeah, the backs are scuffed up. This is not a problem. The veneer is chipped. We got nicks and things like that. But that's not too bad. Same with this one. Yeah, big chips out of the veneer. But as a whole, the moulding all around here is intact. It's held its shape, apart from the corner there, but that's okay. That can be filled, sanded back, vinyl wrapped. We're going to have to vinyl wrap them. Right, let me get my tool to take that off. Right, it's the same as the export monitor. We have the little plastic tags there, posts I should say, that hold these in. Yeah, grill cloth is pretty manky, so that'll be redone. Right, let's take the cover off this one as well. So same thing. Right, let's bring you in closer to take a look. Right, okay, so here we are. So woofers. Yeah, that's beautiful. Yeah, they are really nice and free. Looks like both the port tubes have dropped out. Hopefully they're in there somewhere. If not, we'll need to find out the dimensions of them and make some new ones. So slightly different with these. The front, I don't think it's plyboard like it is on the LS3-6 and the export monitor. This is MDF, I think. It's still only about 12mm, but now we've got a rolled edge for the woofer, and it seems to sit in there a bit tighter as well. So no edge diffraction, or not as much there anyway. HF1300 tweeter, slightly different. This is square, not rectangular like we have on the export monitor. Our little frequency response badge here, and instead of the HF2000 that you'll often see on the 3.6 and the export monitor, we have KEF's T27 tweeter, which both look good. There's some corrosion there. Feels a bit damp actually. But apparently one of those doesn't work. I haven't measured these yet, but I'll just do it with my signal generator in here, I think. So we have to access everything from the back. So let's take the back off and have a look inside. Right. So these are going to be repaired as needed and sold. I like to have a little project on the go from time to time. And this is going to be the next one. Right. So we've got an MDF rear baffle. And there is our crossover. Okay, a lot of corrosion in that. So the export monitor has air core inductors here. Here we have iron core. Similar caps, similar inductors there. Very corroded resistors. Horrible little electrolytic cap there. More resistors there. Yeah, a lot of corrosion on this. So that's our input leads, woofer, probably tweeter and super tweeter. Okay. Okay, that's good. Right. So yeah, completely different woofer in here. Hopefully you can see that. Yes, you can. So Rogers 8 ohm Swiss tone driver. There's our base port, so that's good to find that. Bitumen pads on the left and right, top and bottom, as well as the back here. Our base port, so we can glue that back in. Fits in there nicely. I'll make a note of the measurements of this, just in case we're missing from the port from the other. I can't see why. That woofer looks beautiful. That HF1300 looks good, and our T27 over there, we don't know yet. So I think what we'll do, we'll just test the drivers first, and yeah, lift a leg up and see what we get. Right, okay, so that's right, so that's a leg lifted up on all of the drivers. Let's have a look at the woofer first. Yeah, got output from that. This makes an odd noise through the driver, so you can normally tell whether they're working or not. So 7.5 ohms. I'm liking that. Right, now the HF 1300. It's probably a 16 ohm variant in this. Let's have a look. 12.7, and again I can hear that scratching away, so that's good. Right, and now our T27, let's just solder that back on first. Right, T27. Can hear output from that. 6.8 ohms, it's an 8 ohm rated driver, so that is looking good. 6.8. Okay, right, so pretty happy with this one so far. So I know normally I measure my drivers or measure my speakers before I do anything with them, but these are my own ones, so I'm not going to bother doing that yet. I know the drivers are good. We're going to replace most of the crossover components in here. So yeah, all good. Right, I think while we're here, let's glue that base port back in. Loads of glue. Right, good. I'm going to come out. Right, let's screw the thing back together. At some point we'll strip this completely, but today all I want to do is a quick evaluation on them, see what I'm up against. So far with this one, cabinet repairs, crossover rebuild, and a couple of binding posts, which is good. Nice to have the original boxes as well, and they can be shipped out in those. Okay, let's get the other one. See that all right? So when I repaint the backs, I'm going to try and carefully mask these up so we keep these and the serial numbers. Someone's put left and right on there. Not that it matters. Okay. Same thing again, same crossover, different resistor there. Lots of corrosion. That inductor, well, both of the inductors are broken away on this. So I have trouble reading the values on some of those, I think. Right, okay. Let's just take the foam out. There's our base port again, that's good. So we can glue that back in. Excellent. I don't like the way the foam is just loose top and bottom, and then the wraparound piece kind of holds it all in. Typical of the sort of later Rogers. I know the LS3s, the LS6As, 4As, that sort of thing, they were all like that. No foam actually fixed to the side, they were just just all loose in there. Let's take our woofer off. Yeah, bitumen pads again on the back. Right, so woofer first. Yep, can hear that scratching away. 7.4 ohms, so that's good. That's what we had, 7.5 on the other, so pleased with that. Right, HF 1300. Again, I can hear that. It's 12.8. I think we had 12.7 on the other, didn't we? So that's good. Right, now our T27, which is suspected to be blown or not working, but I don't know. There's an awful lot of corrosion around the crossover, so we might be lucky, but doubt it. Ooh, 6.7, yeah, and I can hear that as well. All right. This is good. This is good. Excellent. Okay, right, what I'll do while I'm here is try and read off all these values. Right. Okay, so let's do these caps first. So we've got 2 times 0.68 microfarad, which is those two. So that little circuit there is the super tweeter circuit. Okay, and then we've got 3.3, 3.3 and a 3.3. So 3 times 3.3 UF microfarad. And then next to it here we've got a 1 microfarad. Okay, and then here we've got a 6.8, which is a little electrolytic bipolar. Okay, right, resistors. Man, I'm going to have fun with these, aren't I? They're all real corroded. Right, so this one here is a 33. I mean, these are very similar values to the LS36 and the export monitor. Yeah, probably identical. You know, a third order arrangement on the woofer again, third order on the super tweeter. I think probably something similar on the T1300 as well. Might be rolling off the top, although it naturally rolls off at 13 kilohertz. Right, okay, let's try and take a look at some of these resistors. I mean, I can lift a leg up and just measure them, assuming they're okay. on that. Nope. Right, okay, so I know what I need parts wise. The inductors will remain. Not worried about these iron cores on the woofer circuit. Our HF circuits have the air core, so all good. And obviously we will replace the wiring. Right, let's glue in this base port. Whole load of that love in. There she goes. And then smear that all round. Beautiful. Now knocking our nicely glued base port out of the way. Right. Good, good, good. Right. Splendid. Cracking. So all of our drivers test up absolutely fine. I'm sure if I fire some measurements at them, we will be good too. Our HF 1300s are looking nice. Our KEF T27s are looking good. They've just got some corrosion. Yeah, we can clean that up and re-glue that. That's not a problem. And if the other one will come off all right, then that's great. They look pretty damn good actually, so I don't want to lose that. Let's see if the other one will come off as well. Yep, there we go. So yeah, both of those are looking really good. So we can clean the corrosion, the residue off them. Give these a good clean up, probably a quick whack with the old paint can, and they are good. Covers, recloth those, no problem there. Beautiful woofers. Repaint the front baffle, rebuild the crossovers, fill, sand back, and vinyl wrap the cabinets. Hot to trot. Yeah, I might even have most of the components for the crossovers. Let's have a quick look. Right. Sorry, I got this really annoying cough left over from my cold. 3.3s, need 3 of those for each. I did have a load of them. 3.3. 3.3, what have we got in here? No, I'll just order up everything I need and some resistors as well. Cool, okay, right. Hopefully we can turn these around quite quickly. Have some fun listening to them and then ship them out. Right, thanks for watching yet another video.